Testing. Shalom, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're located at 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. If you're in the San Antonio area, we have class times Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m., Friday from 6 to 9 p.m., Saturday morning Sabbath class from 10 to 2 p.m., and we also do kids class on Sundays from 11 to 12 p.m. And we record those, and then we post them on our ISB HBK Kids YouTube page. If you're in the San Antonio area, we do have a school which is located at 4219 Centergate Street, San Antonio, Texas, 78217. If you're in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, we have a school at 501 Copper Avenue, Northwest, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87102. If you have any questions, you can contact Priest Kazakia at 321-960-8411. You can contact Priest Tahawam at 832-941-2443. And you can also email us at hiddentruth12@gmail.com. That's hiddentruth12@gmail.com. For past classes, you can visit our YouTube channel Kazakia ISB HBK. Okay, that's for our past recordings and classes. Right now, you're live on the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge page. What we got coming up? We got Passover coming up. Actually, we have Purim, the Feast of Purim coming up. You can read about that in Esther, the 9th chapter. So that's the next feast that's coming up. And then after that, in April, we're going to have Passover. We got Passover coming up, which is a major feast. So if you want a garment for the Passover, you want to be in unity with the school, definitely contact us so the sisters can get on making that garment for you. They do the headbands, armbands, they put the fringes on the shirts, they put the fringes on the pants, they do it all. So if you want a garment, definitely contact us so we can get that set up for you. And they work on garments every month. So if you want a garment outside of Passover, you can contact us. Just hit us up. We have the Facebook page, Israelwear. Yeah, we got the page on Facebook, Israelwear. So we have garments up there that you can check out. We're also taking donations of, we do it every week. We're collecting blankets, jackets, toys, so that we can give them out to the community. And if you're in need, if you're online and you're in need of a jacket, blankets, toys for your kids, hit us up so we can help out. What else we got? Oh, just a reminder, they got the summit going on out in Florida, so we won't be doing class tomorrow. Brothers are going to be out of town, okay? So there won't be, for those of you online, there will not be any class tomorrow for the Sabbath ceremony, okay? Saturday morning Sabbath, there won't be any class. All right, so if you don't get the link, then we know we're not doing class tomorrow. But we'll resume class again on Monday. Okay? Let's see. Oh, if you'd like to help out with any monetary donations, we do have a Wells Fargo account under Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge, and that account number is going to be in the YouTube. It's going to be right there in the YouTube link. So if you want to help out with any monetary donations, you can send them right over there. You can go right over to your local Wells Fargo, deposit that. Any books, clothes, cars, clothing, anything, pens, papers, pens, anything that's going to further the educational truth of your people, you can email us at hiddentruth12@gmail.com, or you can just mail stuff directly to the school at 8425 South Braeswood Boulevard. 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard, Houston, Texas 77071. So you can mail those right over. We got a brother that was mailing us stuff, apocryphers and dictionaries, man, pens, papers, all types of stuff. He mailed them right over directly to the school. So we appreciate that. So if you want to help out in that way, you can definitely do that. So we want to do like we always do. We're gonna open it up for questions. Questions in class, questions online. So feel free to send over your questions. Let's make sure we get that link out to let them know that we're on. And we'll do it like that. And then we'll go into class. So let's see. There it is. So let's see what we got. If we got anything so far. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Anything that's going to further the educational truth of your people. Yeah, I see it. Give me one sec. Utensils. Utensils 12. All right, so there's a question online. It asks, is it mandatory that you clean and put away utensils that are used yearly for Passover? I'm gonna hold off on that one. I'm gonna get you a good answer, but I don't remember reading anything about that. But I'm gonna come back to you on that one. I'm gonna come back to you on that one. I'm actually just skimming it over right now in Exodus 12 to see if it even talks about that. Because we know it talks about in the Passover not keeping any lamb after it's cooked and eaten. You're supposed to throw away whatever's left over. You're supposed to get rid of whatever's left over. I'm just checking to see if it speaks in this chapter about any utensils. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that one. It's a good question, actually. That's Steve Cassis. He says, do tithes save him? No, tithes don't save you. You gotta have works, you gotta have faith, you gotta have belief. There's a lot of things that are gonna save us. But I'm gonna show you what's gonna save you. Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. This is what saves us.
Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
Read that.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
So what's going to be our stability?
Wisdom and knowledge.
All right, so the wisdom and knowledge of the Bible is going to be our stability. This is what's going to make you stable. Read on.
And strength of salvation.
And your what?
Strength of salvation.
And this is going to be your salvation. The wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. You got to understand what tithes, tithes is not a thing that's going to save you. Like if you don't pay tithes, you're just the wickedest person on the earth. Or if you don't give tithes, you just wicked as hell. No, and the Most High, no. Tithes aren't going to save you. I mean, if you can pay them, do it. You see, it says a little alms and a fasting and prayer with a little alms. That cleans a lot of sin. Go to watch this. Go to Titus. Oh, excuse me, Tobit. Go to Tobit chapter 11 and verse 8. Tobit 11 and verse 8. Because you can't just have one thing that's going to save you. It's just like saying, will faith save me? No, you got to have faith and works. Or will works alone save you? No, you got to have the faith with the works. You see that? So the same thing with this tithes or alms. You got to have other things that are coupled with it. So read that. Tobit chapter 12 and verse 8.
Tobit chapter 12 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer is good with fasting and alms.
So it says prayer is good with fasting and alms. So these are three different things: prayer, fasting, alms, giving. Right? So you got to have these three things. Read.
And righteousness.
And righteousness. So you got to have actually these four things. So it's showing you these four things go hand in hand. Can't have one without the other. You won't be able to accomplish one without doing the other. Read.
A little with righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness.
Yeah, saying a person with a little bit of righteousness is going to be better than a person with a lot of unrighteousness. Read.
It is better to give alms than to lay up gold.
Yeah, it's telling you it's better to give than to lay it up. Because laying it up is not going to do anything for anybody. It's better to give than just let it stockpile. You got people that stockpile their money under their mattress for years. The money starts rotting, starts degrading. But it's telling you it's better to give than receive. It's better to give than to hold. Hold it back. Read.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
For alms do it deliver from death.
So it says alms giving, it does deliver from death. Read.
And shall purge away all sins.
Read.
For these that exercise alms and righteousness.
Alms and what?
Righteousness.
So you got to have one and the other. It's not just one thing. Read.
Shall be filled with life.
You see that? So it's not just let me do one thing and not these other things. You give tithes all you want. If you wicked, what does it matter? You got people that do that, man. That's what these churches do. They go to church, they pay tithes, they pay a little 10% of their check, and then what do? The next week they off backbiting, murmuring, eating pork. They doing all these things thinking that because they get a tithes, they're gonna be saved. And that's not the mentality to have. The mentality is knowing that you got to have the faith with the works. You got to have the tithes, the prayers. You got to have the righteousness. You got to have the fasting. Because what's the point of it's like fasting and no prayer? What's the point of doing that? All you're doing is opening yourself up to more negative. So you got to have both. So the Bible, you got to understand, the Bible deals, and the Most High deals with a balance. You can't have one without the other. So to answer your question, you gotta have more than just tithes to be saved. You gotta have righteousness, fasting, prayer, loving your brother, loving your sister. You gotta have these things. It's not just one set thing. Yeah, I see that. Also. But I left. Am I cut off? So what does it say? I also remember that I was introduced to the school, but I left. Am I cut off? Introduced to what school? He was here. No, you ain't cut off. We don't. We can't cut nobody off. That's not our job. That's not our job to say who's cut off and who's not. That's not up to us. We don't condemn anyone. You know, the scriptures say a just man falls 7 times, but the wicked fall into mischief. So now you ain't cut off. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. If you fell off for a reason, and it's in your heart to want to come back to class and serve the Most High, come on back. Come on back. Just make sure, like the scriptures say. It says when you depart from the Most High, when you come back, you seek Him 10 times more, right? So you got to make sure that in your coming back, if that's what's the desire in your heart, that you know why you're coming back. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 2 real quick. But this is what we forget a lot of the times. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 2.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2.
And you can start at verse 1.
Come on. Verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son,
Mm-hmm.
if thou come to serve the Lord,
if you do what?
Come to serve the Lord.
Read.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared so that you're not continuing the same cycle of coming, leaving, coming, leaving. You don't want to be tossed to and fro. So you got to make sure that if it's in your mind, if it's in your spirit to want to come and serve the Lord, that you do what? Prepare your soul for temptation. You got to prepare your mind. You got to make sure you're studying. You got to know that. You got to know what you're getting yourself into when you come to serve the Most High. But no, you're not cut off. No, that we're not the judge. We don't hold that power to cut a brother off. You know, the scriptures say, for how many times should your brother offend you? Not saying you offended anyone, but it says you're supposed to forgive 70 times 70. So, no, to answer your question, you're not cut off. You can always come back and serve the Most High. Christ ain't come yet. So, until Christ come back, listen, you can come serve the Most High. But when Christ come back, then He'll be the judge. Read verse 2.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Set thy heart aright.
Do what?
Set thy heart aright.
Yeah, you gotta get your mind right. You gotta get your mind right so that when you do come to serve the Most High, it's not this double-minded. You're not tossed to and fro. You're not neither hot or cold. You see that?
Come on.
Read.
And constantly endure.
And do what?
Constantly endure.
See, now this is the problem that a lot of people have. They don't want to constantly endure. They don't want to go through things. They don't want to suck it up. What do they say in the world? Grin and bear it. Mm-hmm. Grin and bear it, because it's not going to be easy. That's why this chapter is here, to show you. It ain't going to be easy. So, but if you prepare your mind, if you prepare your mind, then it won't be this, I left, let me go back, am I cut off, am I this, am I that? No. You got to know from the jump, it's going to be hard. Through much affliction should we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Through tribulation, through this, through that. You're going to go through that furnace of affliction. Read on.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
And do what?
Make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, don't sit around waiting. If you want to come back, come back. Don't wait. Come on. There's a seat waiting right here for you. There's a seat waiting right here for you. Don't make haste. Don't not make haste. Hurry up. Get back here. Christ come back tomorrow. He come back tonight. He come back at any time. You gonna sit around waiting? Read.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Do what?
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
And these are the things that you should be setting in your mind. You should be figuring out ways not to depart. You should be figuring out ways to endure. Read.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Yeah, the Most High will increase you. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of that, just to show you, like, no, we can't judge. We can't judge you and say you're cut off. All we can say is prepare your mind for when you do come back. Prepare your mind, prepare your spirit for the things that are to come. Go to Baruch 4:28. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28. And I mean, it's just like when you read about no, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28.
Read that.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
So your mind was what?
Gone astray.
Right. And you're supposed to seek the Most High 10 times more. So we know that brothers and sisters are going to come and go, but it's not our job to determine if they're cut off. You're in here, you're not killing anybody, you're not raping, robbing, murdering, and trying to bring that in here. And the door is open. The door is open. So come on back. Come on back. Come on back to the flock. All right, let's see. I'm not going to be able to hit every single question because I do want to. I am going to, just so y'all know, I am going to start this class at 7. So I'm not going to be able to hit every single every single question. But let's hit the ones we can get. Hey, can you hit that fan or turn the heat up? No, yeah. From in there, yeah. It's freezing. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm cold. Nah, she about to turn it off. All right, I'm cold, man. I'm sorry. It says, does the lamb for Passover have to be a male of the first year, or can I buy meat from the local grocery store? If you can get a lamb of the first year, do it. Keep the law. But if you can't, if you got to go and get a lamb from the grocery store, that's the choice you have. But the whole point is for you to keep the Passover. But if you can go get a lamb, I mean, like us in here, we have the facilities to be able to go get a lamb of the first year. We're able to do that because we have local people that raise lamb. So when it's Passover time, we're going to go out, pick our lamb, and do it like that and try to keep the Passover to the T. We try to keep it to the letter as in Exodus chapter 12. Everybody doesn't have those capabilities. Everybody doesn't have the capabilities to have to go, to be able to go out, pick a whole lamb, get it slaughtered and butchered, and then do it like that. Everybody doesn't have the capability to do that. Everybody doesn't have the facilities to do that. So if you can do it, do it. If you got to go to the grocery store, go to the grocery store. You got to remember, like it says in Judges 5 and 11, we're trying to rehearse the righteous acts. We're trying to do the things that we can in this place so that when we get to the kingdom, it's nothing. Boom. But everyone can't do everything to the T. Like you have some people that know they're Israelites, believe in the Most High, but they got to work on the Sabbath. If it's in your power to not be able to work, take it off. But everyone doesn't have the same liberties. So to answer that question, if you can get you a lamb of a male of the first year without blemish, roast it with all the entrails, and do what it says in Exodus, do it. Definitely do it. Show the Most High that you're willing to follow what he laid down. But if you can't, because you don't have the money, or you can't find a local farm that's raising lamb, or whatever the case may be, if you can't do it, go get you a lamb from the store, man. But make sure you at least try to keep the Passover. So hopefully that answers your question on that. Let me see. Are there any classes on a complete explanation of Passover that you brothers did? Have we done a class? I don't believe we've done an. Have we?
I'm looking. I don't.
She's looking right now. If there's one, she'll post a link in the comments. I don't remember that we actually did like a complete Passover breakdown. I do know that when we have the feast, before every feast, what we do, we go in, we go to the scriptures, and we break it down that way. I know at the Passover, we got a long ceremony of reading before we eat, before we do anything. It's a long ceremony. So, I mean, if you're in the Houston area, Passover's going to be in Houston this year, right? Yeah, if you're in Houston, we'll ask that question. If you're in Houston and you can attend so you can get that information. But as far as an actual class, I don't believe that's been done.
I don't see
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we did one. There's a lamb for Passover. Let's see. JCJJ. Do the 2/3 that are cut off get another chance? That are cut off? Oh, the 2/3. Wait, the 2/3.
2/3 of Israel.
Yeah, the 2/3. Yeah, they get another chance in the regeneration. In the regeneration in the kingdom, yeah, that'll be their second. That'll be their chance. And we got a whole class on reincarnation that we did. But yeah, they'll get another chance. I mean, I don't want to go in for that. That's a lot of scriptures, so we gotta actually do another class on that, like an updated. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll get another chance in the regeneration, in the reincarnation, if you want to call it. Let's see. I have a question. Can Edomites be saved under Christ? So, I'm gonna just go here real quick on that. I'm gonna give you a few things on that. The question is, can Edomites be saved under Christ? I'm gonna go to the Zondervan. You got a Zondervan? You got that one? Okay. Look in there for let's see. I'm gonna just look this up here. I'm in the Zondervan page 235. Right? 234 under Edom. Excuse me. Yep, under Edom or Edomites. So I'm gonna go all the way down the page. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgments. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So, and then when you go into Obadiah, it tells you, it talks about Esau not being able to get that salvation. But then when you go to Romans 9 and 13, the Most High said he'll have mercy upon who he'll have mercy on. So again, we know what the book says, what the Bible says. The Most High is about a balance. I mean, it depends on what your definition of their salvation is. You see that? It depends on what your definition of salvation is. Because we know a lot of things, but it depends on what your definition of salvation is. Or what salvation you're talking about. But we know the Most High said he will have mercy. It's Romans 9 and 13 down. He said he'll have mercy upon who he'll have mercy. So that's up for the Most High to judge. Oh, okay. So they're saying that there's 2 classes speaking about the high holy days. Oh, I think Ariad did one. I think Ariad did a high holy day class. She said there's 2 classes. Yeah, I think there's 2 classes. So if she could find those, she'll pass those in the link, post those in the YouTube comments talking about the high holy days. Let's see what else we got. Wait, he says, so Stephen again, it says, I live in Colorado and I have a household to support, but I haven't forgotten what I feel that is my salvation. I watched the show. Is that considered being a part of it? Well, this is the thing. We know that, are you saying being a part of the school? Because we know when you say you're a part of it, I'm gonna start like this. Everyone has their reasons why. I mean, think about it. We're here in Houston. You're out in Colorado. So it's hard. It would be hard for you to participate in a lot of the things that we do here. Obviously, you can't go out and pass out flyers. You're not going to be able to attend cable show. You're not going to be able to really attend class. But what you can do is continue to watch class, continue to learn, and be that example. You got to be that example. And then, if the Spirit moves you to move down to Houston, then that's what you would do. Or to join a camp that's in Colorado, that's what you would do. I was in Colorado. And brothers were down here. And it was the Most High put it in my heart to move. Because I felt like, me personally, to do the work of, the Bible says, know those that labor amongst you. So I already knew brothers. So from years back. So I knew that if I was going to do this work, I wanted to do it with people that I already knew, that I knew were consistent, that I knew had a standard and integrity. So the Most High put it in my spirit to move and to be with brothers that were like-minded. So it's not going to be the case for you or everybody. It might not be. It might be. But you got to just be diligent in the little things that you can do. Continue to watch class. I mean, I was watching class every day. Every class, I was there, attentive, making sure I was paying attention, writing everything down. If there was something, and what I would do was I would make sure I was keeping my Passover, trying to do all these things that I can do on my own. But it's not easy, because then you're doing it by yourself, but the whole world is trying to rip you down. So it's not easy, but you got to just start with those little things, and if the Most High puts it in your heart, if you know what you got to do, then do it. But if you be diligent in the small things, the Most High, He'll give you what you want. If you want to be here with brothers working, putting in that brick, putting in your brick, working and building your people, He'll get you down here. He'll get you down here. Let's see what else we got. Well, thank you very much. What is the date of the Hebrew New Year this year? I don't know off the top of my head. We'll get that for you. We'll get that for you. Your pa. We'll get that for you. What show is that considered being a part of it? I watched the show. Is that considered being part of it? Oh, I answered that. Not eating meat with blood. Is it not? Okay, so he's asking a question. Organized chaos. Not eating meat with the blood. Is that not eating a medium rare cooked meat? Yeah. You're supposed to cook your meat all the way so there's no blood. Let's go here real quick. Because you're not supposed to eat blood. That's the life. Go to you're supposed to cook your meat all the way through. So yeah, you're not supposed to be eating medium rare steaks. You're not supposed to be eating steaks when it's still mooing. Like I got people I talked to a lot of people in the mall. They're like, yeah, I like my steak still mooing. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Whereas, like, you ever watched The Matrix? The last movie I remember watching was like The Matrix, where he was eating who was it? He was eating a steak, and when he cut into that steak looked like this. That steak was so pink, it was so red.
And then after he did that, he says,
ignorance is bliss. Yeah, you ignorant as hell. You eating a bloody uncooked steak. Think about all the disease. Think about all the disease that runs through that animal. Think about it, man. A lot of times, even cooking don't kill a lot of diseases. So you're gonna eat it just raw. You're gonna just take it. Yeah. Where you at?
Leviticus chapter 17, verse 10.
So we're gonna go to the law to see what the law says about eating blood. Read.
And whatsoever manner there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, each that eateth any matter of blood, I will set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
The life of the flesh is where?
In the blood.
So this is why you're not supposed to be eating the blood. The life of the flesh is in the blood. You're supposed to cook that meat till the life is out of it. You're supposed to cook that meat until there's no longer any blood dripping. You're not supposed to eat your T-bone steak still mooing. They put it on the table, it still smells like grass. Like, come on, man. You gotta think about it. I got people, man, I talk to some people, they talking about they just want it. They want like a 5-second sear.
Yeah, they just want to sear.
Flip it. Bring it. I'm like, what? There's no flavor. Think about it. There's no flavor. Everyone knows the flavor is in the sear. How much the browner the meat is, the more flavor you conjure up. So think about eating a raw cow, man. It's just gamey. Tastes like hay. But the bottom line is this: it's unclean. It's unclean to eat blood. Read on.
And have given it to you upon the altar to make atonement, to make an atonement for your souls.
Yeah, the blood was to make an atonement. The blood was when we sacrifice. That's what the Most High required. That blood. So that's not for you to eat. Read.
For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
Right. So how you gonna eat the blood that makes the atonement? You're not supposed to do that. You taking from what the Most High wants. You taking away the Most High's prize. You taking away what is supposed to atone for your sins. So you're not supposed to eat the blood. So yeah, medium rare, rare. If a steak is pink, it's not cooked. I know they try to tell you in the cooking industry that medium rare and medium well is the best way to eat a steak. It's tender, it's this, it's that. Nah, just cook it. Just cook it a little longer, a couple of minutes longer, flavor it real nice, get you some A1, and go in. Read.
Verse 12. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood.
Now I want mine medium rare.
No soul of you shall eat blood.
I want it medium well.
No soul of you shall eat blood.
No soul of Israel shall eat blood. Read.
Neither shall any stranger that sojourn among you eat blood.
And even the strangers. You got a stranger in your house, or you're amongst strangers. Strangers come to the Passover, whatever the case may be. They're not supposed to be eating blood, because that's what the Most High required for that atonement of sin. So medium well, medium rare, You don't eat it. You're supposed to, well done. These days, man, I'm like, give me my stuff burnt. Because of the fact that you got to really look at it. You go out and you eat at these different restaurants, and they're in the habit now of like undercooking chicken.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody today, matter of fact, and she always stops by the cart. She's been stopping by the cart lately on our way to lunch because we're right in front of the food court. So I'm like, what you about to go eat, some Chick-fil-A? She's like, nah, not today. I was like, why not? You always eat there. She's like, the last time I had it, half the chicken patty was cooked.
No.
The other half was raw.
No.
And I said, what? Like, how did they just dip half of it in the batter and fry it, or what did they do?
It was frozen.
She said, I don't know. It was frozen. But she said half was raw, half was cooked. So they getting to the point now where they're undercooking all meats. And that's how diseases and all these different things are passed. So you got to be careful. So when I do eat out, I'm like, man, any type of meat, I'm like, yeah, cook that. Cook that all the way. I want it dry. I'll moisten it up with some steak sauce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure it's gray inside. Yeah, I want it like rubber. So, yeah, no medium wells, no medium rare. You don't want to do that. That's damn near cannibalism. You know what I mean? You're eating blood. Yes?
What about like the organs that carry blood? But like people eat beef liver and stuff like that. The blood's not in it, but it's an organ that carries blood. You're not supposed to eat that.
You're not supposed to eat that. There's things you're not supposed to eat, like liver, because I believe even with the let me go there real quick. I believe even with the Passover, when we do the lamb, you're supposed to take the liver out.
Right.
You cook all the other entrails, but you remove that liver, because I don't think you can cook the blood out of that. It's a blood organ.
Right.
You see that? You ain't supposed to be eating hearts. Those are heathen customs. They eat a heart thinking that it's gonna give them spiritual powers. Eat a liver, like we was watching. Oh snap! You ever watch Magnificent Seven? That Denzel movie when he was in the Western. It was a Western movie. It just came out a couple of weeks ago. But he runs up on Gad. Because he wants Gad to join the band, join the Magnificent Seven. So Gad has like a fresh deer that he just killed on his horse. So he rode up, and Denzel's talking to him in whatever language he was speaking. He kicks the deer off his horse, hops down, and just cuts out the liver and just takes a bite. And he gives it to Denzel. Denzel takes a bite, and in that little instance, they were now connected. Yeah, that's my brother. But it's these little blood rituals that they do. So yeah, you're not supposed to eat that stuff. That's for the Most High. Like the scriptures say, the blood is supposed to atone for your sins. So you don't want to be eating those blood organs. Hearts and livers. No bueno. No bueno. Let's see what else we got. We got 10 minutes. To hit these questions. Okay, let's see. Shalom. This is a question from my Christian mother. We get into it because I tell her that Christian preachers are destroying our people by making them a lawless people, by telling them the law is done away with. Am I right at telling her this? Yeah, you're right. They are making our people lawless. Because they preach, you got Creflo Dollar talking about the 10 Commandments are done away with. One of those 10 Commandments is thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Honor thy mother and thy father. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. So you mean to tell me it's okay to kill? Think about a society that's lawless. Anything goes. It's chaos. So, of course we're supposed to follow the laws, and of course you're telling her the right thing by letting her know that the preachers are definitely leading the people astray. Go to Matthew 5:17 real quick.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Because I don't care what a preacher got to say. Let's see what Christ got to say about the law. Read it.
Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets.
So Christ came not to do what?
Destroy the law or the prophets.
Right. The prophets were the ones that gave the law. Moses. He's the one that gave the law. So Christ said, I didn't come to destroy it. So he's saying, if I didn't come to destroy the law, you still got to keep it. There's a reason why you keep it. Because you need to be governed. You need to have something to live by. Read on.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right. Christ came to fulfill it. But these preachers and pastors will tell you Christ did away with the law. You don't need a law. How are you supposed to govern your life without law, without some sort of structure? The law gives us structure. The law shows us where we're off at. It's like Paul said, I wouldn't know sin but by the law, right?
John.
So how are you going to know if you're sinning if you don't know what the law is? Read on.
Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot, one jot, or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
Yeah, so this was Christ letting us know that until the law is fulfilled, until everything, all the prophecies in the Bible are fulfilled, you got to keep the law. The problem with the society these days is that we all, you got these Christians, whatever, they all go to church, but they're lawless. They're murmurers, they're backbiters. They think that because they show up, that's all that matters. They can show up, get a good sermon. You know what the funniest part about church was to me? Was when we would have this long sermon of just sitting there for 8 hours listening to this guy talk. And then they'd be like, okay, they're cooking dinner in the basement of the church. Like the church is so big, there's a gym in the basement. But down there they got like the catfish. They got the pork chops. They got all the abominable foods. It was crazy to me. Even when I was young, I knew that eating pork wasn't good for you. When I was young, I was never raised on it. My mom didn't eat it. My dad doesn't eat it. So I always was told that it was not good for you. But then you go to church and you see these people that they eat pork and they eat catfish and they eat all these bad foods because they want to believe that the law is gone. But it's not. Jump from there real quick. Go to Isaiah 9 and verse 16. Isaiah 9 and verse 16.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err. So
T.D. Jakes does what?
Calls them to err.
Smiley Joel Osteen
calls them to err.
Benny Hinn
calls them to err.
Yeah, these preachers, man, they're looked at as leaders. They are causing you to err because they're telling you that the law is gone, that the law is done away with. But you gotta always remember, we gotta listen to what Christ is saying. We gotta listen to the law of the Most High. Go to Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20.
8 and verse 20.
Isaiah 8 and 20.
Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. To the law.
To the what?
To the law.
To the what?
To the law.
Read.
And the testimony, if they speak not according to this word.
So if a Christian pastor is telling you to break the law, he does what?
Speaks not according to this word.
If he's telling you it's okay to eat pork and smoke cigarettes and just show up on Sunday and go twerk on Saturday, what?
Speak not according to this word.
Read.
It is because there is no light in them.
They don't got no light in them. They don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. And that's the problem. They lack understanding. They lack understanding of the scriptures. Jump to Jeremiah 3 and verse 15. Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15.
So the question was basically, the sister wanted to know, is she wrong for telling her mom that the pastors are off and leading the people off because they teach that the law is done away with? Yeah, they're off. They're off because what they're doing, people are looking at them as people of authority, and they're following them. But read Jeremiah 3 and verse 15, and we're going to see what type of pastors the Most High said he would give. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15.
Read.
And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which
Read.
shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
They're going to do what?
Feed you with knowledge and understanding.
They're going to tell us that the law was gone?
Feed you with knowledge and understanding.
They're going to say, follow me and not Christ?
Feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, and that's the problem. These pastors, they're not feeding us with knowledge and understanding. They're feeding you with just enough for you to fill that plate, so they can collect that money. They're feeding you with just enough feel-good story for you to just show up every Sunday, show up every Monday, show up however many times you got church. They're doing just enough to keep you paying, keep their pockets fat, keep driving around in that brand new Mercedes. They're doing just enough to keep you on that hook, man, so you continue to pay them, but they're not giving you the knowledge and understanding from the Bible. They're not giving you that light that the scriptures talk about. They're not telling you keep the law. Because think about it. You start telling people keep the law, what's going to happen?
Crowd's going to get thin.
It's going to get real thin real fast. That church is going to be empty. That church is going to be empty. You tell these Southerners, man, you got to put down the pork chops and the what they sell over here, the crawdabs, crawfish. You see them crawfish? Man, people be taking pride in them crawfish. They be posting photos like I just came from such and such, crab broils, and they got the potatoes with the carrots and just big sea roaches. Come on, man. So you start telling people, y'all, you can't indulge in this filth, your crowd is going to get real thin and your pockets are going to shrink. So it's a whole roundabout plan, man, to keep our people lost, keep them confused, and to get a man rich. How come none of these pastors are broke? You got to really ask yourself, how come these dudes ain't broke? How come Joel Osteen can afford to preach or whatever he does in the old Houston Rockets Stadium? How can he afford that? He affords it by telling you, do whatever the hell you want. I'm going to give you a feel-good story. I'm going to motivate you to make money and to do this. I'm going to motivate you with all the carnality. But I'm not going to give you anything spiritual. I'm not going to give you the law. But you know what's going on with Joel Osteen? He been teaching that you're supposed to not eat pork. Because you know why? His congregation is starting to die. You got people in his church dying. High blood pressure, heart disease, all these different things.
Really?
So he wants them to stay around, right? They got to keep paying. So you better tell them something to keep them around. But he ain't going to say do the other things. He's going to throw little tidbits here and there to keep them going. But yeah, I listened to Joel Osteen one time telling him about he was breaking it down. You know, he speaks very eloquently, Joel Osteen. He knows how to position things beautifully.
Yeah.
So the way he was dropping it, man, he was coming like he was a science teacher. I'm talking about he was giving the science behind it. He wasn't coming with no real spirit, but he was giving the science behind what the pig does to the human anatomy. So he was, in shorter terms, he was basically saying, yeah, you got to keep that law. But what about all the rest?
Right.
You see that? What about all the rest? So read that again, Jeremiah 3 and verse 15.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. Mm-hmm. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, so the Most High said he's going to give us pastors according to his heart, according to his thinking, according to what he wants. And we know that the Most High wants us to keep the law. That's the only way for us to break up out of the slavery that we're in, mentally, physically, emotionally. That's the only way to get from under our oppressor, is to keep the law. And that's the fastest way to get reconnected with the Most High, is to keep the law. And they know that also. That's why they make sure that they do everything for us to break the law. They do everything. They hide pork in the food. They hide it now. They just call it different names. Gelatin, yellow 5, yellow 6. They'll put it under a different name because they know people are checking labels. This Muslim lady, she just put me on to this app. It's called Halal. It's called Halal Scan. It's dope. Halal Scan. You go to the app. You can turn the heat up. You scan whatever food you're about to buy, and it tells you if it's good to eat, if it has pork in it. Yeah, because Muslims don't eat pork. So it goes through and it tells you, and it gives you in red all the different names they use for the pork and the I was like, what? I was eating some Twizzlers or something, and she's like, you can't eat that. And I'm like, why not? She's like, because of the gelatin or something. I read the ingredient. I'm like, that doesn't have gelatin. I know that. I was like, no, this don't got gelatin in it. And then she scanned it, and it came up green. It was good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good to go. All right, I checked that.
Freak out 'cause
Yeah, right. I love Twizzlers.
Yeah, that's
But
the
no,
only one we can eat.
that's like one of the only candies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I scanned it, and I was like, please God.
Right?
But I scanned it, and it came up green, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna mess with this app. It's dope.
Yeah.
So there are things that we can do to stay in the good graces of the Most High, but we got to keep the law. We can't. I mean, we got. Let's be real, man. Let's just think logically real quick. If not keeping the law was the way to go, why are we in the conditions that we are in? There are black churches everywhere. There are black church, like if you go to a little island called Jamaica, I think there's more churches per square foot, per square mile, in that one little island than any place in the world. And that is one of the most violent places in the world. You got to think about it. That is one of the most violent, brutal places to live. People dying every single day. The murder rate is unstoppable. The poverty is crazy. So if not keeping the law was the way to go, what's up with our people? Why are people in the conditions that they're in? It's because we haven't been keeping the law, and that's why we are where we are. That's why we're the last hired, first fired. That's why we're on drugs. That's why we don't know how to take care of our kids, take care of ourselves. Men don't know how to be men. Women don't know how to be women. But the law is what teaches us these things. The law is what builds the integrity in us. The law is what, like when you go back to Isaiah 33 and 6, it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. Wisdom and knowledge of what? And wisdom and knowledge in what? It's the wisdom and knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's the learning them and then applying them. Wisdom is the correct application of knowledge. What knowledge are we applying? The knowledge of the law. That's going to be our stability and strength of salvation. That's what's going to save us. So you got to remember that. When they start coming with that nonsense, you got to remember that's just Christian doctrine, man. That's just Christian doctrine that's been pushed down our throat since slavery. Don't keep the law. So what did they do? To help us break the law, they gave us chitterlings to eat. And pig ears and pig feet. They didn't even give you the good parts of the pig. And I'm just focusing on the pig and the food because it's easy to hit. But there's so many other things that they push out there that helps us to defile ourselves through not keeping the law. And we're going to go into it. That's crazy about the law. We're going to go into it with this class too. Not really about the law, but it's more about health, moderation, and things like that. Shalom, bro. How you been?
Good.
Doing good, looking good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too,
Come,
right?
come.
Just for class.
Come. Yeah, you can put it on one of them back tables. The water. Yeah, so let me see. I know we got a lot on there, but I definitely want to hit this class. Because a lot of times I start going into these classes, man, and I don't get a chance to finish. I want to finish this one. Let's see here. Yeah, let me see. Regular job and doing the camp stuff. How would I support my household? Last question. I'll be quiet. Let's see. Can a woman wear pants? Give me Deuteronomy 22 and 5 real quick. And Steve, let me see. You're saying,
Who's the one who was asking about kids in Colorado?
yeah, that's what's his brother's name again? Yeah, Con. Because his questions are coming in like in the question for let's see, let's go back up. I live in Colorado. I have the household to support, but I haven't forgotten what I feel that is my salvation. I have a regular job and doing the camp stuff. How would I support my household? Well, this is this is the thing, bro. When I was in Colorado, I had what you want to call a regular job. But the beautiful thing about coming to Texas was we have our own business. You know, it was the same way we did it in Colorado. You was there. We got our own business, so we're able to be self-sufficient. So, I mean, if that's a worry, just know that we have businesses set up for brothers that want to be a part of the business. They want to fully give themselves to the Most High. We have businesses set up. But that's a faith, that's now you starting to move on that faith and not even worrying about that. I had a job when I was in Colorado. I quit it. I'm not saying that you have to, but that's what I did because I knew that's what I needed to do to 100% fulfill what I needed to do, to fulfill my purpose, to put in my brick. I knew I couldn't do it from long range. So I quit my job. My rib quit her job. We came and got new ones. Or she came and got a new one here in Texas. And I work for the camp. We got a business. So, if that's a worry, I mean, a lot of things, man, you got to have that faith that the Most High is going to take care of you. If you do for him, he's going to do for you. You got to show that little bit of faith. But you know how, I mean, if you was in Colorado with us, you know how it go. You know how we do it. Brothers get taken care of, man. Sisters get taken care of. Ain't nobody running around homeless. But ain't nobody running around with no clothes on. Nah, none of that. Oh, did he? What did he say?
You can't have a real job and do camp stuff.
Can't do a real job and do camp stuff. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying you have to do one or the other. I'm just giving you my example of what I did, and the Most High has not forsaken me yet. What's that? What's up?
No, I do camp stuff and
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, we got brothers in here that do camp stuff and have a regular job. Just try to get a job where you can manipulate your schedule to be in class, days off. I mean, you get days off. So it's not impossible. We got brothers in here that do it. They got their regular job and they still participate. They still participate with the camp. They still do flyers. They still come to class, street speaking. They still do it. So it's not impossible. We're not saying that you got to follow my motto of doing things like quit your job, do this, do that. No, I'm not saying that. And I understand you in Colorado. I'm just saying while you're there right now, what you should be focusing on is trying to catch every class, build your spirit, rebuild that love. You see that? Rebuild the knowledge that you once had that you fell away from. Rebuild the love for it. Make that the apple of your eye. And then you'll see what the Most High puts in your heart from there. So it's a process, man. It's a process. But you got to know that, like it says in Ecclesiasticus, prepare your soul for temptation. When you come to serve the Most High, you got to know what you're getting yourself into and what level of commitment you want to do. That's it. We don't make nobody do this. Ain't nobody making me sit up here. Didn't nobody make me study to put this class together to bring it out to y'all. I'm doing this of free will. It says when there's first a willing mind, then is it accepted. So you got to have that willing mind. All right? There was one more. Yeah. Somebody asked, can women wear pants? Any. Go there real quick. I'm gonna give you the law. I'm gonna give you the law on pants. And then I'm gonna come back with, go ahead, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
So this is what the law says about a woman wearing pants. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right. So pants were created for men. So the Most High is saying a woman should not wear what is considered a man's garment. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
And vice versa. A man ain't supposed to be running around with bra and panties on, dressing in drag. Men ain't supposed to do that. You got all these actors, and the first thing they want to do is throw them in a dress. They want to emasculate them. That's the first thing you got to do when you hit Hollywood. You got to make sure you got that dress ready if you a man. Martin, Medea, all these famous actors, man. Eddie Murphy, all these dudes did it. But read on.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
It's an abomination to the Most High for a man to wear a woman's garment and for a woman to wear a man's garment. So we know pants are considered a man's garment. Let's look at the way pants are built. They have a zipper. It's called a fly for a man to use the bathroom very easily without having to pull the pants all the way down. Right? Con. So that's a man's garment. Now, let's go back, and you got women that work certain jobs where they have to wear pants. That's just the cards they've been dealt. But if you can avoid doing it, put on a skirt. Put on a dress. If you can avoid wearing the pants, put on a skirt. But we understand that we are not in our kingdom, so we can't do everything to the T. You see that? We can't do every single thing to the T. The scriptures say you're going to go to your oppressors for the want of everything, whether it be food, water, clothes, shelter. So we know we can't do every single thing to the letter of the law. So, but if you can avoid wearing the pants, sisters, avoid wearing the pants. Put on a dress. So hopefully that answers that. 7:13, let's see. See if I can hit like a few more. Why are some churches in such a great sinful nature of death and destruction? Just going back to the last question, because they don't keep the law and they teach others to break the law. When you go back to Matthew 5:17, go back there real quick. Matthew 5:17. I'm going to show you why there is such great destruction. And this is just a simple scripture that we go to just to show about the law. But, excuse me. So you read it again from the top.
Come. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Think not I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill.
So we know that Christ came to fulfill the law, not remove it, not tell us to not keep the law. Read.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall no wise pass from the law.
So we know that we should be trying to keep the law to the T. Not one jot or one tittle. You know, when you cross the T's, dot the I's, you're being very meticulous. You're being very observant. We know that we're supposed to be meticulous as we can with the law by trying to keep it. Read.
Till all be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19.
Right.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, this is why the churches are in such dismay and so sinful, because they're teaching men to break even the least commandments. Got these preachers running around with baby face, just shaving down, what do they call it, baby butt skin on the face. You know, I mean, one of the least things that a man can do in keeping the law is just grow a beard. It does it by itself. A beard grows on its own. You ain't got to do nothing to it. But just come back every 6 months.
Our last kids class, we talked about how men's supposed to have beard. And
Yeah.
when we asked the kids, what do the dads at school people that shave, what they look like, they always say like a woman.
Yeah, you look like a woman. Think about it. Think about it.
Perspective.
And that's from a child's perspective. Thank you. What's up?
Like the scripture said, out the mouth of babes.
Yeah. Listen, the most honest people on this earth are babies and drunk people. They're gonna give you the truth. So if a kid is looking at a grown man and thinking like, damn, that's a woman, because he's shaving his face off, but it just shows you that's one of the least things you can do is just grow that facial hair. But the church will tell you, nah, you look at all these deacons and pastors, they baby smooth. Baby soft smooth. They want to be silky. You know what I'm saying? So, but it says they teach men so. They're going to be called least in the kingdom of the Most High. But that's why these churches are in such dismay, and so it's so sinful in there. Because they're telling people to just break the least thing that you can do. The least you can do is grow. You say the least you can do is just grow a beard. That's the least you can do. And they say, man, you don't need no beard. The law's done away with. I don't need to grow my beard. I'm going to edge it up, shape it all the way off. Never let it grow. I'm going to shave to the skin rips. You see that? I'm going to be soft. I'm going to be baby bottom soft. That's what it feels like when you do it. So that's the problem. So that's why it's in such dismay, man. They don't keep the law. They don't keep the law. It's lawlessness. It's chaos in there. I'm very glad to hear it. Let's see. How do I get started on a quest for the truth? Well, the truth is right in front of you. Bam. So, mission 1 of the truth or the quest, get you a Bible. King James Version. Start reading Deuteronomy chapter 28. Read about why we're in the conditions that we're in. Start getting the background history on your people. Start connecting the dots of society to the Bible, and you'll see, okay, figure out why the Bible was meant for you. Figure out your nationality. That's what you do. You figure out what your nationality is from your father's side, and then you go from there. And then now you can see where do I fit in with this Bible? How is this Bible applicable to me? And then once you figure that out, then you go through those curses in Deuteronomy. You start breaking those down and looking and seeing, you figure, color of Christ. But just keep watching class. Keep watching class, and a lot of the things that you're looking for, they're going to get revealed to you. It's as simple as that. Just keep watching class. Let's see. No.
So we have the ISBHPK website, and on the resources we have some list of some of the books we use, like the Apocrypha.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, we have the ISBHPK website, right? ISBHPK.com, correct? Yeah, and there's a list of books that we reference that coincide with the Bible. There's different parts of the books that we use to bring out certain things that are in the Bible that go hand in hand. So you want to get your books up too, but keep watching class. Make sure you keep watching class to keep getting that knowledge, and it'll build in you. But let's see here. It's 7:19, so I'm gonna go into this class. Can't answer my question. We're gonna hold off on the Revelation question. The beer, but thank you. So if I didn't get to your class, just hold it. We're gonna get to it Monday. Remember, we're not gonna be having class tomorrow. Got the summit going on. Brothers are gonna be attending that, so we're not gonna have class tomorrow. But we're going to resume class on Monday, okay? So I'm gonna get into this class. I'm going to get into this class topic. So the topic of class is health and moderation, the keys to a long life. Health and moderation, the keys to a long life. So, one of the biggest things with Israel, with our people, is we like to overindulge into things. We don't have any moderation when it comes to anything, really. Whether it be food, drinking, sex, Netflix. Cats get addicted to Netflix, binging. You got binge drinking, Netflix, binge eating, and now Netflix binging. That don't make no damn sense. I was there. I ain't gonna lie. I used to Netflix it. It's crazy. But the thing is, we gotta start practicing moderation, and we gotta, one of the things that we have to see as people, we're supposed to be spiritual people, right? Con? But we sometimes forget that our physical house that houses that spirit has to be kept up also. Esau will tell you one thing: you got to exercise, you got to eat right. They'll tell you that because they do it, because they know if they don't do it, their bodies start breaking down. They're not around to do anything. Esau wants to live forever. You got people that want to live forever. They know one of the ways of prolonging life is to exercise, eat right, eat in moderation, eat the right foods. Right? So go to man, I like this class. Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha chapter 1 and verse 12. And this class is going to be dope because we got a lot of sisters in here that are participating in like a weight loss challenge, right? Right. So they're trying to they're trying to get motivated to shed a few pounds, get healthy, because they see the benefit in doing so. They see the benefit in doing so because it is beneficial. You start eating healthier, you start eating the right foods, all of a sudden your thinking clears up, your thoughts get a little bit better, your days go by, you're not as tired, sluggish, right? How y'all been doing on that anyway? Y'all still doing it, right? Gone. Okay. How long is it going? A couple months? 90 days. 90-day weight loss competition, right? Shawashan, I was like, damn. Shawashan, I was like, let me out. I don't want to do it. It's a battle. Is it a battle? It's a battle to be able to, because you got to really face it. As soon as you walk out your door, they slapping you in the face with the McDonald's, the Burger King, all the fast foods. They slap the what? The pho. Is pho bad? That's not bad for you, is it? Oh, the noodles, the rice noodles. So get it without the rice noodles. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
It's just flavored water.
I like the broth. I'm a broth guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even care for the noodles. I like the broth.
If you don't put the noodles or the chicken, you're pretty much eating
Broth. Yeah, I'm with that.
But the broth can have a lot of sodium.
Oh, because of the salt. That's why I like it. It's salty. Gone. So, not bad. Not good for you. Gone. So the pho, see that pho binging? Can't do that. You gotta have, it's about, the whole battle is about being moderate in all things. Having a little bit of moderation, because we're gonna see what the moderation, the healthy eating, the unhealthy eating, kids properly. You so caught up on social media, your kids is just doing whatever. But now, you done sat in front of the Instagram so long, your eyes hurt. So now you got to go to sleep because your eyes hurt. You tired. You done wore yourself out on Instagram. How the hell you wear yourself out on going through Instagram? Hey, sorry for that little cutoff. But we have some technical difficulties, but we're back live, right? So for those that are still with us, we're basically going over this moderation, this health and moderation, and how they go hand in hand to prolong life. So this is a recap. The first scripture we hit was Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 12 through 14. Now we're at Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and 17 through 20. So read where you at. Continue.
There was a question before I shut off. Someone's asking, can you name some of the things, some of the foods the ladies are eating?
Some of the foods that they're eating to get healthy, or?
You mentioned our challenge, yes.
Oh, what are y'all eating? What are y'all doing? Y'all vegetables,
Smoothies in the morning,
smoothies.
Lots of water.
lots more water.
Not eating after 7, no carbs after
7.
So a lot of water, not eating after a certain time, less carbs, more salads, right? More vegetables. So basically trying to get more like on a vegan diet. Something like that. A little bit less meat maybe. Or no?
We were eating protein.
Right, eating protein. Okay.
Basically cutting out the carbs and the sugars and
The bad stuff.
bad stuff.
Yeah, so they're basically cutting out all the processed foods. They're trying to just get on a more natural, plant-based, timed diet where you're not eating after a certain time. You're not eating a lot. You're not eating a bunch of food, right?
Portion control.
Portion control, moderation,
Yeah, and then trying
and then trying to graft that in with some exercise because it all goes hand in hand. You gotta exercise to shed whatever little poundage you have. You gotta be able to burn that off with some getting that heart pumping. So finish where you at.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And incorruption maketh us near unto God.
So read.
Verse 20. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to the kingdom.
So this is
kingdom.
so the desire. You gotta have a desire to want to even be healthy. You want to have a desire to achieve some type of moderations when it comes to what you intake into your body, whether it be food, media, drinking, whatever has a hold on you, whatever you yearn for that's not of the spirit, you got to learn how to curb that. Another word for desire is yearning. You know you got a problem when you wake up and the first thing you do is check your social media. Out of sleep. You wake up out of sleep at 6 in the morning and the first thing you do is hit Facebook. You didn't wipe the coal out your eye, but you Facebooking it. Let me check everybody else's business. What the hell? Like, come on. How about open that Bible app and get you the scripture of the day and meditate on that? Then your day might go better. You see that? You might have a more prosperous day. Your day won't be so entangled in this person's doing this person's doing that. I got to keep up with this. I got to go get this. Nah. What's up, Abadiah?
I was gonna say that is a positive thing to start your day off with versus the social media. That's negative.
It's negative.
All negative.
But that's what it said back in Wisdom of Solomon. That's how we bring the death to ourselves. Because we just toss ourselves in the fire. It's just like, as soon as you wake up, the first thing you do is, that's like as soon as you wake up, the first thing you do is just hit some ice cream for breakfast. That the first thing you're going to put in your body after it's been hibernating for 8 hours. Some of us get 8. 3 hours is ice cream. Ice cream or some type of junk food. Nah, it don't make sense. That's not how you start your engine. That's not how you should start your day, with chaos. That's that death that it was talking about in Wisdom of Solomon. And so what we're trying to do is be incorruptible. We're trying to remove the corruptness from us so we can be closer to the Most High. But you got to have like the scriptures say, you got to have a desire for this. You got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then fine. That's on you. But for those that want to do it, you got to desire it. You got to fight for it. Y'all see that? Y'all with me? Go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse 30. Because no matter what, it's a battle. It's a war. What's the war between? What do we always fight against?
Flesh.
Right. It's a fight between the spirit and the flesh. It's a fight between wanting to do good and not wanting to do good. It shouldn't. I mean, it's crazy how it's never a fight to do bad. You ain't never got to fight to not eat the burger. You ain't never got to fight to not have the 10th drink that night in an hour. You ain't never got to fight to put down Instagram and social media and Facebook. It ain't never a battle, but it's a battle it's a battle to put it down. But to pick it up and be on it for 3 hours, man, come on, man. Y'all pros. We pros at it. We pros at the destruction. We're pros at destroying ourselves. It's terrible. Y'all got to see it. We are professional self-destructors. I just came up with that. We are professional self-destructors, man.
Yeah, we're proficient.
We're proficient in it. Like, yeah, I'm going to hit Instagram for like 3 hours. And then as soon as I get tired of that, I'm going to jump on Netflix. I'm going to rock that for like 3 hours. And then I'm going to pass out while I'm doing it. wake up, and then right back to Facebook. And then I'm going to hit like a burger at 10 o'clock a.m. to top off my day.
With a side of cheesecake.
With a side of cheese. Yeah, with some filth. But it ain't never like, man, let me go home from work. Let me get a little quick hour of studying. I ain't got a lot of time. Let me get a little bit of study. Let me prepare this salad. Let me make sure my kids is right. Let me make sure the household is good. Let me get a decent amount of rest. Let me wake up, get a little study in, and repeat. It's never that. It's never, like, let's not be spiritual at all, ever.
Right.
Let's just let the flesh take over. But you got to have a desire. You got to have a desire. Because once you build that desire for something, then what happens? It ain't hard, right?
Gone.
You desire something enough, now it's second nature. Now it's a habit. That's the problem. We build terrible habits. But now it's a habit of doing good. We got to get into a habit of doing the right things. Rehearse the righteous acts. It ain't just rehearse the righteous acts on keeping the Sabbath and Passover. No. The righteous acts is doing all good. But pertaining to this topic is taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. But read where you at. What's up?
It made me think of something.
Mhm.
Like, when I was talking about quitting smoking cigarettes, what I
Mhm.
did, it's like you said, it's a habit. I took that bad habit, I got it into this word.
Yeah.
And what you need to do is forget about the other one.
Because what did you do? You replaced one habit
With a good one.
with a good habit.
Right. And then whenever I got ready to go, all right, this is the time I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
After I eat,
Yeah.
I'm going to go read.
That's every smoker. It's like, somebody told me that smoking cigarettes after you eat helps the food digest. I'm like, man, or it makes it taste better. I'm like, stop.
I heard it make it taste better.
I don't
What's
know,
up, Bob?
I don't know about taste,
My,
but
my cousin told me that it's good for your heart to smoke
Oh,
cigarettes.
man.
I was like, it opens it up or something like
Yeah, to cancer.
Yeah.
It opens up them valves to take in more smoke so you can die faster. That's foolishness, man. That's crazy. Yeah, you damn right it opens it up. Die fast.
you got to replace it with something.
Yeah, you gotta, and that's the problem with a lot of people. It's like, I'm gonna quit the bad thing, but guess what? I'm gonna add another bad thing. I'm gonna quit smoking, but I'm gonna just become an alcoholic. I'm gonna quit smoking and drinking, but I'm gonna just be a sexaholic or a foodaholic or a thisaholic. What about a readaholic? Be a damn studyaholic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You could never get enough spirit. Show me somebody that overdosed from the Bible. For real, because you know what's crazy? You can exercise too much and that's not good for you. Because you got people that fiend for those endorphins that are released when they exercise. It's those same endorphins that you release when you exercise are the same endorphins you eat when you eat sugar. A big fat piece of cheesecake. It's those feel good endorphins, man. So even exercising, you can do too much. Show me where somebody you walked up, where you heard on the news somebody was found dead in front of their Bible because they read too much. They got an overdose of
Oh,
Christ.
the spirit, huh?
Yeah, show me that. Show me that. Show me in history where somebody got an overdose of the Spirit and they found him dead in their closet.
When you get the overdose of the spirit, that's when the cherry comes and swoops
It swoops you up. That's when you can translate it. You're right. They don't even find him, right?
Right.
Yeah, but y'all, I mean, yeah, I know I'm making a joke out of it, but y'all gotta see though. Y'all gotta really see it's about what we give our minds to and our bodies. Our bodies are very important. Read where you at.
In the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus,
Uh-huh.
chapter 18 and verse 30.
Read.
Go not after thy lust.
Do what?
Go not after thy lust,
What? Because why? Read.
but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
You're supposed to refrain yourself. Actually, you didn't even want that one. Go to Wisdom. I didn't want that one yet. Hold that. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 14. I'm sorry. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 14.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 14.
Read that.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
Why are the thoughts of mortal men miserable? Because of what you give yourself to. You know why your thoughts are miserable throughout the whole damn day? Because the first thing you do is hit social media and look at everybody else's life and wish you had that and wish this and wish that. You look at what you don't have, and now you're miserable. The first thing you do is eat some bad food, and now you're just stuck on the couch, or you stuff and gorge yourself. Now you can't move. Y'all ever do the test where you eat something to see how it affects you? I do that a lot. I know what foods I can eat and what they do to me. I know if I eat cheese, it gives me a headache. I know if I go hit like a little fast food spot, get the itis. I know that. I was in Colorado 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever. And we went to the burger place, Jack and Grill. Had to do it. I had to trick out a little bit. Big old burger. I ate this burger, man. And listen, I was so irritable afterwards. And I'm talking about irritated with myself, with people. I just wanted to go lay down. I didn't want to be around nothing. And mind you, I'm visiting people that I haven't seen in a while. I'm like, man, I don't even want to mess with y'all. It put me in a bad state of mind because of it was what it was and the amount. That's what killed me.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this burger.
It was filthy.
Oh my God.
Was it good?
It was filthy good. Listen.
Hey, you overindulged.
Oh,
It was that big burger.
Listen, this burger was like, I don't want to show.
I saw it on.
This burger was ridiculous. But the point is, instead of saying, man, let me hit half, come back later, there was no moderation there. So I was now irritable with people. It built this, I was basically pissed off, man. Because I couldn't move. You know, your belly, you're like, damn, you can't sit right, you can't get comfortable. And then people are trying to talk to you, and you're like, man, I'm trying to get comfortable, leave me alone. You know, it just, all these different things. But then it leads to so many other things. You see that? So, but you got to see where it says our thoughts are miserable because of what we give ourselves to. You're miserable because you just overate and now you can't get comfy. You're miserable because you're just a social media junkie. You're miserable because you're trying to get off the hangover from all the drinking you did the day before. You're miserable because your thoughts are your thoughts. They're mortal. You're not thinking in the way of the Most High. That's why you're miserable. You're thinking about all the way things can go bad and go wrong and not having faith. You see that? That's misery right there, trying to think so much and think about every which way you can do something and just saying, man, let the Most High deal with it. You bring that misery to yourself. That's that destruction. Read on.
And our devices are but uncertain.
Yeah, the devices we use to try to fix problems, they're uncertain. You get depressed, the first thing you do is what?
Eat.
Drink, eat, pop pills, do drugs. Those are the devices it's talking about. Those are uncertain. Because guess what? After you do all that, destroy your body, destroy your spirit, the problems are still there. Those mortal thoughts are still there. Because we're not nipping it in the butt. You're not nipping the problem at the root. You're not going into the spirit to figure out, man, what's the issue? Read on.
Verse 15. For the corruptible body.
The corruptible body. Why is your body corrupt? Because you have no moderation. Because you give into the lust. Your body is corrupt. Because you just let it do whatever it wants. You give your body to whatever. It says the corruptible body does what?
Passeth down the soul.
Presseth down the soul. Your corrupted body is now weighing down on your spirit. There goes your depression. And it's a cycle, hand in hand. The more you eat, the bigger you get. The more you sit on the couch, the more depressed you are. The more you pop pills, the more you drink, the bigger you get, the more depressed you are. The more you watch TV, the bigger you get because you're not exercising, the more depressed you are because you're gaining weight. You see how it goes? And you just keep adding things. You keep adding these carnal devices to try to remedy what's going on, and it's not working because they're carnal. And it's corrupting your body. So now, what is it doing? It's taking you further away from the Most High. Because the desire of wisdom is supposed to do what? Make you incorruptible, right? And that's supposed to do what? Right. But if you're corrupted, how do you get close to the Most High? You can't. It says your corrupted body presseth down the spirit. Right? Read on.
And the earthly tabernacle.
Your what?
Earthly tabernacle.
So it's speaking about your body, your earthly tabernacle. Read.
Weigheth down the mind that muses upon many things.
Yeah, your body, your broke up body, because you don't want to exercise, eat right, take care of it, it's now weighing down your mind. Now you got that depression. Now you got that anxiety. Now you let all these physical ailments hinder you in the mind. Now you start thinking about every and everything, but except how to properly fix yourself, how to have a little bit of moderation, how to say no to pizza, say no to cake, say no to the drinking, say no to the social media, say yes to the spirit. Hold where you at. Now go to Ecclesiasticus 18 and 30.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 and verse
Right?
30.
Mm-hmm.
Go not after thy lust.
Do what?
Go not after thy lust.
Nah, eat everything.
Go not after thy lust.
Drink everything.
Go not after thy
I
lust.
just want a little taste.
Go not after thy lust.
Let me get a bar.
Go not after thy lust.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to be chasing our lusts, man. Go not after your lusts. And this is the thing. We're supposed to know what our lusts are. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Know you not your own selves. You're supposed to know what's going to hinder you in this battle, whatever battle it is. You're supposed to know, if I eat this, I'm going to gain 10 pounds. If I eat this, it's going to do this to my mind. If I give myself to this, I'm going to spend 8 hours on social media and my house is going to fall apart. If I put my mind over here in this, I'm not going to be able to achieve this. We're supposed to know these things. Know ye not your own selves? Read.
But refrain thyself from thine appetites.
You're supposed to have some restraint from your appetites. It's not saying go hungry and starve, but it's talking about an appetite, overindulgence, having no moderation. Have some refrain, some restraint. Have a limit. I was talking to this dude at the mall. You know, we always talking to people at the mall. He's a nutritionist. And he says, you know, we were talking about like dieting and eating. And he's like, man, I hate the word dieting. I said, me too. Because I believe you should be able to eat whatever you want, just in portions. That's how you achieve. You put diet, that's automatically restricted. You automatically restrict yourself in a way where it's like, I can only eat this one thing all the time. Or this one type of thing all the time. But if you learn moderation, then guess what? You'll get you a nice little piece of cheesecake once in a while. You ain't got to eat the whole cheesecake. You know it got like 1,000,000 calories in one slice. Cut that joint into 4 pieces. It's hard. Practice some restraint.
But then you just want to keep tasting it.
Yeah. But that's why it says, refrain from what?
Thy own appetite.
There it is. Refrain from your lust.
Yep.
So if you know that that's your lust, that's your weakness, don't even get the cheesecake. But a lot of times, there's people that like to challenge themselves. There's people that have a desire to achieve restraint and moderation. So what do they got to do? They got to get them that cheesecake, put it in the fridge, cut it into 4, and they tell themselves, look, I'm gonna eat 1 piece every day, or I'm gonna eat 1 piece for 4 days. It's cut into 4. I'm gonna have a piece today. I'm gonna save the other 3 for another 3 days. That's how I'm gonna challenge myself. I desire to get this moderation. You got to challenge yourself, right? How do you know if you really want it? You got to put yourself in it. You sisters, y'all are doing this challenge. How do you know if you really want it? Y'all are going through it, right? Y'all are restraining from certain foods, right? It sucks. Yeah. At least you're still eating, though. At least it ain't like a no water, no food fast.
Yeah, straight up.
What's up, Shuasha? Wait, are you on a full fast?
You already know I don't eat meat.
Yeah, Shuasha, I was hurting. I forgot. Mm-hmm. Darn.
So this is normal for me. I just have to exercise.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's
Without,
the part I like.
huh?
That's the part I like.
Yeah, the exercise. But even that, you gotta do it at least a little bit. Build it. I'm not saying jump into the gym and just be damn Xena Warrior Princess, but start out slow. What's up?
And I lost 60 pounds walking.
Yeah, walking. Think about that.
Drinking water, stop drinking sodas and walking.
And walking.
About 60 pounds?
I had a halo on my head, I couldn't run, so I had to walk.
Oh, that's when you got into the accident. Yeah. Cause what did that do? Made you gain weight? Cause you were laid up a little bit?
Nah, I was like 285.
Oh, during the accident. Before the accident. Right.
I wake up with a halo on my head.
Yeah, you can't run, you can't do
I'm
nothing.
just sitting down on the couch, like you're saying.
Yeah, gaining weight,
Feeling sorry.
getting depressed.
So I was like, my kids like, come on, Dad, let's go.
Yeah.
I just started
Get
walking.
your body moving. That's it. We'd be surprised, man, the little things that you do have such a big effect. Like not drinking soda and switching to water. I lost 100 pounds by switching to water. Yeah, like switching to Geico. You save money by switching. You gonna lose pounds by switching to water. It'd be little changes, man, that we don't even like. It's like water. It ain't got no taste. I heard somebody tell me they hated. Who was that? I hate water. That ain't you. First of all, Kazaka is the water king.
Yes.
So how do you hate water?
Or opposite.
Oh my gosh. He is the water connoisseur. This dude don't go nowhere without water. Kazak don't go nowhere without water. Who was saying they hated water? It was another.
That's how he drops. He's always fit.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't work out.
Water. Because you constantly keeping your body moving. Even the inside of your body got to move. It got to flush. Water. Little things, man. Cut that soda out. Go drink. You know what you do? Go drink some soda and then go walk around in that hot sun. And that, you know what? That's like putting sugar in a gas tank of a car. When that soda heats up in you and you out there trying to move around, it's like your heart stops, man. Everything start locking up and feeling sluggish. Your blood is like molasses. Go drink some water now and do the same thing. You're able to move free. It's little things, man, that can save a life. It's little things we can change to show the Most High that we care. It's little things you can do to build that desire to want to be fit, healthy, have a good body. Read on.
Verse 31.
Uh-huh.
If thou givest thy soul to the desires that please her,
Uh-huh.
she will make thee a laughing stock.
What's going to happen?
Make thee a laughing
Yeah,
stock.
you're going to be a laughing stock, man. You got to think about it. You just want to over drink and go out. You just want to be drunk as hell and go out and walk the streets drunken. People looking at you like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? Why every time we go out, he got to be the first one hammered and we ain't even hit the club yet. We didn't even get out the car. And this dude's so drunk, he can't even get out the car. What's up with that? Or this person always got to be eating. Always. What's up with, I remember, God, I remember one time, man, there was this lady I knew. And this was in Colorado. We'd all hang out and kick it and whatever. You know when you eat your chicken, and some people don't eat chicken the same way. Like me, I clean them bones off. I'm like a Judite when it comes to chicken. I clean them bones off. But some people leave like the little gristle and all that. So there was this chick, man. We all, eating wings, whatever, at the wing spot. So first she starts drinking, so she gets hammered out of her mind. So I'm like, damn, that was her thing, like just get hammered and then pee on things. Like literally, she'll get drunk and then just pee anywhere. But one day we're in a restaurant and she's drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. And the chicken bones are there on the table that somebody already ate all the chicken off of. She start eating the chicken gristle off the bones.
Wow.
I'm sitting here like, no, what are you doing? You mean to tell me that you wanted that chicken so bad you're going to eat already 8 chicken bones? But think about it. She gave into her lust, the food and the drink. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting here like, huh? Is that not a laughing stock? People looking at her like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's a laughing stock.
That's crazy. Y'all see that? That's I don't know why that hit my brain, but that's wild. Where you at though?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 31.
Read
second
it.
precept.
Uh-huh.
And she will be a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign
her.
Malign thee.
That malign me. Yeah, your enemies, man, they malign you. We're surrounded by our enemies, aren't we? Why do they hit this? Like the scriptures say, they hiss and they hiss and they wag at the daughter of Zion, because they look at us like, yo, these dudes are just drunk as hell in the corner, eating whatever they want, giving into sex, giving into this. All they care about is social media and TV. Y'all are a laughing stock. They look at us as a laughing stock, our enemies, because they know they can just throw a liquor store right there on the corner and As soon as it opens at 9 o'clock a.m., they already had $1 million in sales because they know niggas just got to get their drink early in the morning. Damn, that's crazy. Or they could put all the fast foods in the hood and they know you just going to eat it, gain weight, get fat, get unhealthy, and die. And they sit there and laugh, hiss and wag their head. You see that? So we gotta be careful, man. A lot of these things is set in front of us by the enemy, or everything is, to destroy. What's up?
Another thing you made me think of, my son, he won't even eat school lunch. He was like, Daddy, I don't know what they putting in that food.
Yeah.
And I was like, you right, son. I get you whatever you want. He makes his own food.
Yeah, you gotta teach them young because I mean that's dope that he thinks like that.
Right.
I mean my daughter, she don't even, man, she's weird. She don't even eat. It's weird, man. And it's not because she's like, I don't know what's in the food, but she just don't eat certain things. But we trying to show her like, look, she knows not to eat the pork, to this, and that. She's a super picky. But it's good that he's actually conscious enough to say, man, I don't know what's in that. I ain't messing with it.
Right.
So that's dope. Yeah, you got to teach them young. We got to set this foundation young. Like it says, train up a child when he is young and he shall not depart. You see that? Did you finish verse 31?
Finished. Yes. Come on.
Go back to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and finish that.
Go down from 15.
Where you at? Yeah, start at 15. Start at 15. Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For the corruptible body presses down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things.
Read.
Verse 16. And hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth.
Read.
And with labor we do find the things that are before us.
Yeah, so it's basically telling us, man, that the things that we use to try to solve our problems, the devices that we use, they're wrong. It says, hardly do we guess right when we're trying to fix our mortal thoughts, our mortal bodies. We think that we're supposed to put sin upon sin, because that's what we do a lot. Indulgence upon indulgence. No. Put some spirit on that indulgence. Put some moderation. Put some desire to want to do good. Read on.
But the things that are in heaven, who has searched out?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Who's studying out the things that who's spending 3-4 hours studying? You see that? Who's doing that? Who's trying to seek the Most High and His wisdom and His righteousness instead of seeing what the hell's going on Instagram, Snapchat, BitLord, whatever? Like, I mean, come on. And we all guilty of it. I'm not sitting here acting like I don't be on social media. We all guilty of it. I just know my level. I know my level where, okay, I got to put this down. I got to study. I got to prepare this. I got to prepare that. But half the time, my social media involvement is posting scriptures or answering this question or looking at this topic. But who's searching out the things of heaven, man? You got to ask yourself that. When's the last time you actually got a real good study in? A 3-4 hour just grimy, 2 Bibles, apocrypha, a notebook with a dope pen. When's the last time you did that? And just got it in? When's the last time?
Last week.
There it is. But a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people don't know when the last time they just got in there and just seeked out the Most High. Like, man, I got this question. Let me find it out for myself. Instead of having somebody else do the work. Let me seek the kingdom of the Most High. What's up?
All right, you remember basically, how everybody, you see people, they got prayer hands tatted on them.
Yeah, the Psalms,
So,
yeah.
So what I did, I was like, I saw somebody tattoo, and I was like, you know what? Where is that? That's how I learned how to pray, and I looked for it. I found it in 1 Kings 8. Pray properly. So,
Prayer to eat.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one thing studying helped me.
Yeah, we gotta study because that's why the mortal thoughts are killing us. That's why we run to these mortal devices instead of relying on the Most High, instead of having a desire for wisdom. Wisdom is gonna give you everything you need to be able to achieve whatever it is. You see that? That's what wisdom does. Wisdom says, I'm trying to do a weight loss challenge, it's not a wise thing for me to go hit the Whataburger. And even if I do hit the Whataburger, let me hit a salad or something that they got in there. I might throw a little chicken on top. Let me not supersize it. Let me stay away from the fries. You know, a little chocolate cream pies, whatever they got. I don't know what Whataburger got. I'm putting all the fast food restaurants into one.
They all got the same.
They all got the same. It's bad.
Bro, I know you're killing these sisters back here without this food.
I know. It's killing me too. It's killing me too. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Because as bad as you want something, you just got to say, listen, let me use some common wisdom, some common sense, and say this is not going to be beneficial to my journey. This ain't going to be beneficial to what I'm trying to do right now. Drinking excessively till you just faint every night ain't going to be beneficial to the body, especially if you're in a camp setting and you're supposed to be here for brothers and sisters. Brother trying to commit suicide, you drunk off your mind, saying, yeah, go ahead and do it. You so drunk, you just, yeah, brother, you committed suicide, you think it's a joke. I mean, things like this happen, man. But we got to have refrain and restraint. From there, jump to Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. You're going to read to 18. Galatians chapter 5, my Bible at? Galatians chapter 5. Oh, God. Wow. Mm-hmm. Who got it? Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
This I say then, walk in the Spirit.
Do what?
Walk in the Spirit.
We supposed to do what to attain desire?
Walk in the Spirit.
To have moderation, you got to do what?
Walk in the Spirit.
To not give into your lust, you have to do what?
Walk in the Spirit.
You got to walk in the Spirit. Read.
And ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Use the wisdom of the Most High, and it won't be a battle. You won't be going back and forth of what should I eat now? What should I do? Should I drink this? Should I eat this? Watch this? Walk in the Spirit. Let the Spirit guide you. A lot of y'all be fighting the Spirit. I know this is a little health class we going over, but a lot of y'all be fighting that Spirit, man. They be telling you, don't do this. No, don't do it. And it's like, I got to do it. I got to go do this. Everything happens for you not to do something, and you still go and do it. You still find a roundabout way to accomplish your lust. Read on.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit.
What's the flesh going to do?
Lusteth against the Spirit.
Flesh is going to lust against the Spirit. It's going to fight the Spirit. Always. It's always a battle. But if you walk in the Spirit, you're not going to fulfill the lust. Read on.
And the Spirit against the flesh.
And the Spirit's going to fight against the flesh. The righteousness is always going to fight the evil. Your mind, what do they say? Mind over matter. Right? Your body is like, man, you don't need that burger. But your mind is like, I want that. Or vice versa. Your mind is like, man, I don't need it. But your body is calling. Your body is calling it. You feel, you start itching. You need a double patty with extra cheese, tomatoes. You need that. Toasted bun. You need that. I need those carbs.
Yeah.
Your body be craving them carbs. It's your mind, though. Your mind is, all you got to do, like you said, substitute that with something else. Find something positive to substitute. You be itching to get on social media. Like, I got to see what's going on in the world. I got to like the same damn photos over and over and over. I got to like the same pit bull and tattoo and whatever photos. I got to get in the same people's business over and over and over. How about get into the business of the scriptures? How about see what the apostles was doing when they was running around trying not to get killed? How about see what Esther was talking about? How about Ruth? See what these sisters, get in that sister's business and see what she was about. Instead of trying to be in somebody's business on social damn media. Or your TV program. Just give yourself into the TV program. All of a sudden you think you Olivia Pope. You see what I'm saying? You think you read from the blacklist. You think you Martin. You think you this person. You start picking up mannerisms and saying catchphrases because you just watch the show so much. you think you, you know what I'm saying? It be happening, man. You get so involved, all of a sudden you start talking like a person that's on TV. You like, damn. You start mimicking, but you're being influenced. That's the thing. We're, even as grown people, we're so easily influenced. It's a shame. I think we're more influenced than children because we actually have an understanding of what's going on. You see that? Read on.
And these are contrary to one another.
Right. The spirit and the flesh is contrary. They're going against each other. One is saying yeah, the other is saying no. One is saying no, the other is saying yeah. Just at different times. One is saying righteous, the other is saying wicked. Read.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
You ain't gonna do the things that you would because one is saying yes, the other is saying no. The thing that you would is the good. But you ain't gonna do that because your mind is weak. So it's given into the flesh. Your spirit is weak. Your desire ain't there. That's the key. You have no desire. Your desire to attain greatness ain't there. So you give in. Oh, I did that. Oh, weight loss challenge. I did that for 3 days. I'm good. I just gotta have a burger. I just gotta have carbs. Nah, you don't just gotta have anything. Have some restraint. Fight. I always say, man, when you fight for something, the best feeling is when you get it. Because you know you fought. You scratched tooth and nail for whatever it was. And you got it. And nobody can take it. Because you actually attained it. But a lot of us don't want to fight for anything, man. A lot of us just want to give in. Because it's easy. We want to be comfortable. We want to be comfortable so bad, man. We'll just let our bodies decay. And we'll let our spirit rot right along with it. Y'all see that? So y'all got to really put into your mind, man, that it's about desire. It's about a fight. The Most High is a man of war, right? What does a man of war want to see? He want to see some battling. He want to see heads roll. If we're created in the image of the Most High, and the Most High is a man of war, what should we be? Are we not warriors? Little Xena warrior princesses and Herculeses, the black version.
Warrior race.
You read through the whole scriptures, man, in Deuteronomy. It's talking about Gad and Benjamin and all these tribes.
King
David slaying thousands of men with his bare hands. All the tribes proficient with bow and arrows and axes. How the hell we go from being proficient to bow and arrows and axes, and now we can't even get up off the couch to just take a walk? We give into every little thing that comes our way that's not positive. Social media runs your life. TV runs your life. How do we go from being warriors to just weak as hell? We lost our desire. We lost our faith. We lost our belief. We lost who we were. Being weak ain't who you are. The Most High said he didn't give us the spirit of weakness. Or the spirit of fear. But a sound mind. You see that? That's what he gave us. He didn't give us this weakness that we indulge in. He didn't endow us with this battle between the lust and the flesh. The spirit and the flesh. We brought that on ourselves. That's the destruction that it's talking about. Back up in Wisdom of Solomon. Where you at?
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Right. If you let the Spirit lead you, now you ain't got to sit there and think like, damn, should I do this? It's not a battle anymore. Now you don't have to be told, oh, look, don't eat this, don't drink this, don't. You already know. I'm gonna have a little moderation here, a little moderation there. You know what's up?
That's like making it second nature, so you don't even have to you're not thinking about the law. You're over the.
It's in you.
Yeah, it's in you.
Jeremiah 31 and 31.
Yeah, it's in you.
It's in you. It's now a part of you. So it's not a question of, damn, if I eat and drink this, am I going to eat too much? Now it's, I'm going to drink, but guess what? I know my limit. I'm going to eat this, but guess what? I know my limit. I'm going to sit here and watch a little TV, but guess what? I'm going to get off my ass and go exercise a little bit too. I'm going to balance it out. I'm going to watch this show, but I'm not going to become that character.
Right.
Yo, it's madness. But you see what I'm saying? Like, now you're not under this restraint where it's like, no, you can't do this at all because you have no moderation. You have the moderation because you're led by the Spirit. You're letting the Spirit guide. Read on.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
Stop right there. Slakia. Stop right there. Yeah, you stopped at 18, right?
Con.
Go to 1 Corinthians. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19. Damn.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 19.
Uh-huh. Read that.
What? Now ye not
Know ye not.
know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost.
So this is a question. It's asking, don't you know that your body is supposed to be housing something? That your body has a use other than to be destroyed? Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? You gotta really, we don't hit this scripture a lot, but when you look at this scripture, you really gotta see. You gotta see what the Holy Spirit does. The Holy Spirit brings all things to remembrance. It teaches you all things. It does all these different things, right? That are positive. But how can your body do anything positive if your body is corrupted? You see that? That's why it's a question. Know ye not that your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost? The Spirit, the kingdom is within you, right?
Con.
But how? When you don't keep up the temple. When the windows in the temple is broke, the Spirit just leaking out. You see that? The building is decaying. Ain't no husbandry to keep that building up. The foundation is rotting. The roof got holes in it. Ain't no spirit in there, man. Ain't no desire in there. Ain't no moderation. You got to keep that temple up. You got to keep that temple. It got to be sound. You got to water the grass. You got to mow it. You got to cut it. You got to clean the windows. You got to patch up the holes in the roof. You got to sweep the floor. Sometimes you got to even remake the bathroom, remodel the bathroom, right?
Con.
You got to have upkeep. We got to upkeep our bodies, man. We got to upkeep our bodies from head to toe. What good is a Volante? You can speak real good to this. What good is a house with a roof in it?
That is no good.
No good, right? What good is a body with a destroyed head, with a destroyed mind, with a head with holes in it?
It's a destroyed body.
There it is. As the head goes, so the body, right? Mm-hmm. Read on.
Which is in you,
Mm-hmm.
which ye have of God.
So guess what? The temple ain't yours, neither is the Spirit. This is the Most High's temple. Your body, He gave that to you for a purpose. Once again, how can you be a living sacrifice? Present yourselves. No, first of all, it says present your bodies as a living sacrifice. How you gonna present your beat up body, old, brittle, broken down, and you're only 19 years old, but you can't function because of the way you ate, the way you drink? How you present yourself as a living sacrifice if you can't get from out in front of the TV? Because that's all you want to do. How can you be there for the next man if your spirit ain't right? You can't, right? So you basically just presenting your body to be lazy. You might as well keep that body. I don't want that. I don't want that body. We gonna find somebody else.
And that kind of made me think about like in the Old Testament when we came out of Egypt and started doing the sacrifices. People was giving the Most High beat up animals and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, but what does the Most High require though? He wants the best, the first fruits. He want that unblemished. That's what y'all should require of yourselves. Preeminence. You want to be above, but you got to have a desire to want to attain it. You got to have a desire. You got to have a want to do it. Like the sisters that are participating in this little weight loss challenge, is anybody making y'all do it? You want to do it, right? But why? Because you see a benefit in it. Right? Yeah. There's a benefit to it. We got to remember one thing, man. The Most High said he's not unrighteous to forget your labor and love. Listen, you got to love what you do. That's when he ain't going to forget it, when you love it. If you hate doing what you do, if you hate, I got to go do this. Most High's like, man, whatever. I didn't want them works anyway. I didn't want you to do that anyway. I got somebody else doing it. Because you ain't love it. You got to want to do it. You got to have a desire to do things. Finish up where you at. Damn, the time.
And ye are not your own.
Right. Where you at?
Verse 20.
For
ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit.
Glorify God where?
In your body and in your spirit.
Nah, just let your body hang out. Just be loose.
Glorify God in your body and in your spirit.
The body don't matter. I'm a spiritual creature anyway.
In your body and in your spirit.
It's important, man. Your body got to be on. You ain't got to be on 10, beach body, Baywatch body. No. But you got to have some type of upkeep. You got to have some type of desire to say, let me be a little bit healthy. Let me be healthy. Let me be at least able enough to run around the park with my kid if he wants to. That was always a fear of mine. Like, damn, my son is, by the time he's 18, I'm going to be 50. I was like, man, by the way I was going, I would never be able to go play ball with this dude. And I definitely don't want to get out there and not having him schooling me. I can't have that. I got to whoop him at least the first 10 years of his life. And then when he gets to a certain age, I let him win one. You see, but if you just don't have any desire to better yourself physically, how you gonna be there? We all got young kids in here, man, and we're not teens. You gotta want to be there for your kids too. You know what I'm saying? Go from there. Y'all with me? Go to go to Ecclesiasticus 23 and verse Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 15 in the Apocrypha. I got 30 minutes. Damn, it's time.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and verse 15.
Read.
Health and good estate of the body are above all gold.
Wait, the body is what?
Above all gold.
It says health and a good estate of your body is more valuable than gold. Y'all got to think. Why does it say that a good health is better than gold? Why?
If you don't have good health, the gold means nothing.
That's one. What's up, Lawless?
Well, because our body's the temple of the ghost, so you got to be healthy to maintain it. If you're not, it's
Right. But it's like this. What did Solomon pray for?
Wisdom.
And what did he get? But then what was the wisdom able to afford him? Everything. It's no different. It's like this. You got a good body, now you're able to go out and work and get the gold and get this and get that and do this and do that. And like you said, your body's all broke down. You could be a bazillionaire. It don't matter. How you gonna spend? You can't even get off the couch to go spend it. Your mind is broke up. You don't even know how to spend it. Health and a good body is more valuable than gold because you can achieve more with good health. You could get gold, silver, all the riches. You can get whatever you want when you got good health. Read on.
And a strong body above infinite wealth.
You see that? And a strong body is above infinite wealth. Because you can have infinite wealth. Think about all those people that have money and their organs are failing. They ain't no different from the person it don't matter how much money they got. Guess what? Get on the waiting list and wait it out. You see, what's up?
That made me think about what's the guy? Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. He had all the money. Died of cancer.
Yeah.
Who's spending his money? Well, they say he died of cancer. I mean, think about all these movie stars, man. They dying, they got money, and they dying. because they don't take care of themselves. They give themselves to their lusts, the drugs, the eating, the drinking, the sex, whatever it is, man. But they're not doing anything spiritual. Go from there. Go to 3 John chapter 1 and verse 2. 3 John chapter 1 and verse 2. Y'all gotta understand, man, health is very, very important.
3 John chapter 1 and verse 2, you said?
Chapter 1 and verse 2. Yeah, 3 John, it's verse 2. 3 John verse 2.
Verse 2.
You gotta remember, man, you know why health is so important? Because you can achieve. You're around to do things. It's like when Christ told the apostles, you'll do the things that I do and more. Why did he say that? That we would do things that he did and more. Because, what's up, Papa Dai? Why?
I was gonna say because they followed, they listened to him, and he gave them that wisdom so that they could achieve and go beyond.
Right.
What he said for them to do.
Right. But the key was this. They were going to be around longer. You got to be around to do things. Right? To do something, to do work, you got to actually show the hell up. Right? So that's why health is so important. It affords you the liberty to now go out and do. Y'all see that? Read where you at.
3 John verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health.
And be lazy and slothful.
Be in health.
Just give in to the lust.
Be in health.
Just eat everything and drink.
Be in health.
Social media all day?
Be in health.
8 hours of the day.
Be in health.
0 studying.
Be in health.
You got to be healthy. This is how you prosper. You got to be healthy. Healthy body, healthy mind. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit equals a healthy flesh. Read.
Even as thy soul
Prospereth.
prospereth.
Come on. Go to Ecclesiasticus 31 and 12.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 31 and verse 12.
So we're gonna we breaking this down into the eating and drinking. Eating and drinking, moderation. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 31 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
If thou sittest at a bountiful table.
So you had a feast and you sitting in this a spread of food. Read.
Be not greedy upon it.
Don't do what?
Be not greedy upon it.
Man, surely you're just supposed to eat till you die.
Be not greedy upon it.
I can't eat like I want to eat a cow.
Be not greedy upon it.
Most High is saying, don't be greedy, man. Have some moderation. Have a limit. The food ain't going to have a limit. The food ain't going nowhere. Read.
And say not, there is much meat on it.
Yeah, man, there's so much food. I'm going to just eat everything. I'm going to just eat till I drop. I'm going to eat till my gut busts. No. You're supposed to know your limits. Read.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing.
Think about it. You know why it says that? Because your eye sees everything. Right? But we see things and we want everything that we see. That's just how we're programmed for some reason. It's like I see it, I want it. I see it, I want it. I gotta have it. Like, you ever hear the expression, your eyes is too big for your belly? Because it's like, damn, I see that. Man, they got roast beef. They got stuffed chicken. They got this, they got that. Just put it all on the plate. You take 2 bites and damn, I'm stuffed.
Right.
Your eyes is too big for your belly. Read on.
Therefore, it weepeth upon every occasion.
Yeah, it's going to be like, man, I need that. This is going on. Read.
Verse 14. Stretch not thy hand whithersoever it looketh.
Yeah, it's telling you, just because your eyes see it don't mean you got to grab it. Just because it's on don't mean you got to watch it. Just because it's there don't mean it's for you. Don't just stretch your hand out because there's a bountiful table. Read.
And thrust it not with him into
Yeah, you ever watch those like medieval movies where everybody's just eating and just ripping the chicken apart and just grabbing and pouring the beer down their throats, just like barbarians at the table. They just smash their hands into the bowl, they're all dirty fists into the bowl of peas and just bro, you just think about it. It said thrust your hand in. Like, dude, you gotta. But that's how some of us be thinking. I'm gonna just thrust my hand into every little thing because it's there. I'm gonna just indulge all day on my phone because it's there. Like there ain't nothing else to do. When that's not the way it should be. I'm gonna just eat it all up because it's there. Read on.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Judge of thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point.
Be what?
Discreet in every point.
Have no discretion.
Be discreet in every point.
Moderation ain't necessary.
Be discreet in every point.
It's telling us to be discreet, be moderate in everything. Whether it be food, drink, whatever it is. Like I said earlier, know ye not your own selves. We all face different battles that we go through. And we know what makes us weak. So you have to exercise discretion in the things that make you weak. Exandria. We're at Ecclesiasticus. Where we at?
Ecclesiastes chapter 31 and verse 15.
So it says, be discreet at every point. Read on.
Verse 16. Eat as it becometh a man. Those things which are set before thee.
So eat as it become a man. Eat what's good for. Eat your amount. Eat what you need. Eat the things that are set before you. Right? Read.
And devour not, lest thou be hated.
But don't devour everything. People gonna look at you like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? This chick just came to my house and just started going through my fridge and eating everything. Like, what the hell? She ain't got no discretion. Like, damn, you had to eat all the pie? You couldn't save at least one slice for somebody? You had to eat all the macaroni? You had to drink all the beers?
You got first, second, and third.
You got
no one else.
Yeah, nobody even got first. You got first, second, thirds, fifths, and everybody's still working on their first plate. Like, come on, man. It's about moderation. It's about being discreet. For your neighbor's sake also. They gotta eat. They gotta live. But mostly, it's to keep you from being overindulgent. Read on.
Verse 17. Leave off first the manners.
Read it again.
Leave off the first for manners' sake.
Leave off first for manners' sake. You know what this is saying? Have some damn manners. Instead of sitting at the table and just devouring, get the hell up. Get up before you offend people. So this is giving you the keys to when you're in a banquet or when you're around people or even in your own house. How to perform. How to live. How to eat. It says leave off for manners. It's telling you get up from the table for manners' sake. If it's just for manners' sake, get up. No matter how hungry you are, how you still want to eat. You want to thrust your hand into the dish. You want to drink up all the drink and eat all the pie. You don't want to have no discretion. Get up. Get away. Don't give in to the lust. Have some moderation. Y'all with me? Read.
And be not unsatiable.
Right? Read.
Okay. Lest thou offend.
Somebody look up that word unsatiable. And it's actually, when you look it up, it's insatiable. Actually, for time's sake, I'll give it to y'all. It means unable to satisfy. It's saying don't be unable to be satisfied, else you'll offend people. Because now you're just eating and drinking everything. You're just consuming everything. It's no different. It's like this. It's no different from a person that just give themselves to social media all the time and they got a family to deal with. Now it's like your family's looking at you like, what the hell's wrong with this person? All they do is just be on the phone. All they do is just watch TV. But what about us? Oh, now you just gonna give all your time to that and not me? Here comes the offense. That offense, like, man, what the hell? What did I do wrong where I can't get no attention? But your phone, you be pressing them buttons well, man. Your phone is getting all the attention. Read on.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
When thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first.
Yeah,
of
you
all.
gotta be the first one to eat. Man, take your time. Let everybody else do their thing sometimes. Read.
Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
A very little is sufficient for a man well nourished.
You see that? When you're well nourished, over time, when you have a good pattern of eating, you don't gotta be devouring hundreds of thousands of calories to be sufficient, to be sustained. If you're well nutritioned, well mannered, you don't need a lot. That's what the scripture is telling us. Read.
And he fetcheth not his wind with short upon his bed.
Yo, you got those cats that eat so much, they start wheezing when they sleep and snoring. Well, you think like snoring and all this stuff, all these different things come from a person when they have a bad eating pattern and they gain a lot of weight. And then now when they start sleeping, they start getting sleep apnea. What is that? When your throat closes?
Stop breathing.
You stop breathing in the midst of your sleep. Think about that.
Like blockage, like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's not
Enough air flowing. I think your throat closes down or something like that. But you can die from that. Yeah. You know you can die from sleep apnea?
Done.
If you don't catch yourself in oh, I can't breathe. You having a dream you dying and you really die. But it's showing you. All the way you carry yourself at the damn dinner table is now dictating your sleep. Y'all see that?
Done.
It's crazy. I tested it. There's them nights when I go to bed on a full stomach and I'm like, damn, I should have never did that.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst sleep ever.
Yeah. You don't even reach your level.
Full level of potential. Yeah, you don't. You don't reach the REM. You ain't dreaming the dream state. The eyes be moving, but you don't reach that. You reach getting up every 5 minutes because you got gas. You reach the uncomfortable level and you stay there all night.
Or right before you have to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reflex.
Acid, yeah, you burping in the middle of sleep. Oh, gosh. It's bad. The scripture's going to tell us, though. Where you at?
Verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Sound sleep.
No, stop right there. Stop at verse 20. Stop at verse 20. Go to, oh, no, actually, read that.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
It does what?
Cometh of moderate eating.
How do you get that? How do you achieve your Z's? From what?
Moderate eating.
Beauty rest is what?
Moderate eating.
You got to eat moderately. You can't go to bed on a full stomach and expect that I'm in the weight loss challenge. I'm about to just gorge myself, go to bed, and it's going to burn off while I sleep. No. Because, sleep helps in the process of weight loss. It helps lose weight. When you sleep, when you get good sleep, you help to burn calories. Y'all ever just wake up hungry? Your body is in a hibernation state, but it's still burning calories while you sleep. It says sound sleep, good rest comes from moderate eating. Read.
He raiseth early.
What does he do?
Raiseth early.
Man, 12 o'clock.
Raiseth early.
Sluggish and lazy as hell.
Raiseth early.
You get your ass up early. Because guess what? You don't need to be sleeping all day. You ain't got the itis. Because you ate some heavy meal that's weighing you down. He raises up early. Read.
And his wits are with him.
And you got his wits. Your thoughts are in order. Your thoughts are good. You waking up, you fresh, you lively. You're not waking up like, damn, where's the coffee? And I wish I could just dive back into the pillow. Your wits are with you. Now you like, damn, I gotta wake up, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Your day is popping. You bouncing, boom. Like a teen. Like a 16-year-old just bouncing. Right? Read.
But the pain of watching and cooler and
And
pain
collar.
collar.
Collar. I'm going to give y'all the definition of collar. It says, but the pain of watching and collar. Collar is yellow bile. This is what your liver produces when you eat too much. Choler. You ever heard of cholera? The disease of cholera? It's diarrhea. It's your liver is secreting too much bile. It gives you diarrhea and irritation. Choler. Yellow bile disposed to irritation. Excuse me. It's yellow bile. But what it does, it disposes you to irritation and anger. Because now it's pain. When your liver is secreting this in the middle of the night, you trying to break down that food, it's painful. That's why you can't sleep. Finish the scripture. Hold on, let me finish the scripture.
And pains of the belly.
And what?
Pains of the belly.
When you overeat, what happens?
Pains of the belly.
No moderation in what?
Pains of the belly.
You get pains in your belly from that choler. Read.
Are with an unstable man.
You see that? No, it's not unstable. Unsatiable, an unsatisfied person. A person that has to keep going into their lusts. You get choler and pains of the belly. Choler, yellow bile, disposed to irritation and anger. And I'm going to give you another definition. Irritability. Disposed to irritation. Yeah, irritability equals wrath and easily angered. So those people that think about, you got to really think about this. You overeat so much that you get mad. But guess what? It's true. Like I told y'all the story when I was in Colorado. I ate all that damn food and I was just irritated. I was like, oh my God, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I'm trying to digest. I have to like concentrate on digesting my food. You gotta but think about when you do this before you sleep. Some of us do that. We go hit a heavy meal, go hit the Wendy's triple. The fries and the nuggets, 2 dipping sauces.
Wow, you're specific.
It's real. It's real in the field.
You justify it because you like, oh, I hadn't ate all day.
I haven't eaten all day. Yeah, I gotta get my calories. I haven't eaten all day. I'm lacking in calories. Oh, I'm gonna sleep it off. No, you're not. You're gonna have some of the worst sleep of your life. Y'all gotta really think back on like, man, I mean, think about some of these feast days that we've had like in the past where you just ate, and it was like, oh my God, I can't even drive. Now I gotta go sleep and you can't. And you gotta wake up early the next day.
Yeah.
But when you eat light, I test it. I eat light, a salad before I go to bed, or an hour or two before, I get some good sleep. If I eat meat before I go to bed, oh my God, it's the worst.
Sits there.
Yeah, bro, my body is struggling to get it digested. You gotta remember when you're sleeping, your body slows down everything. All the functions go into like a hibernation mode. So your digestion is gonna slow down. You got that meat sitting in your gut. Your liver is trying to break it down with the collar and the bile. Then it ain't getting broken down enough, and then it just starts rotting in your gut, packing on the pounds. And then you got colon cancer. I just skipped a bunch of stuff, but come.
Yeah.
That's how colon cancer and these things come, because it's food that sits in your gut, and it rots through your intestines. It rots on the way down. It starts building bacteria and all this filth and nastiness, and the next thing you know, colon cancer at 30. Finish where you at. I'm grossing y'all out. Finish where you at.
Verse 21.
Right?
And if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit.
Do what?
Vomit.
It's better if you did what?
Vomit.
Listen, the Bible is saying it's better if you actually vomited that food up. And then what? Read.
And thou shalt have rest.
Then you're going to get some sleep. Now you're going to be good. I mean, think about this. It's no different from, what's that, Obadiah?
Well, it says if thou been forced.
Yeah, if you're forced.
Forced.
But a lot of y'all ain't forced to do nothing. A lot of y'all just be like, yeah, I'm going to just eat. I'm going to sit here in social media. You need to vomit that up, man. You need to give it up. Now you might have some rest. Now your mind ain't going to be so destroyed. What's up?
And I was going to say, I know when you drink, like I done been drunk
Yeah.
in the past or whatever.
Yeah.
And I throw up and I be good.
Yeah, but this is the thing. it's no different than the food. Because think about this. Throwing up is what? Another form of what? Thank you. So when you throw up, it's telling your body that you had too much. So if you get relief from releasing it, it's no different, man. Everything works the same. Think about how much anxiety you have by looking at other people's lives on social media. Think about it. Huh? You're like, damn, they're another cruise, another this. Like, oh my God, they went and bought that car. Like, damn, oh my God, what? They just moved into that house.
Or just seeing the switch between, I just post a scripture about being righteous, and then the next 10 minutes says, I'm about to go home and do this with my boo.
Yeah.
It was just too much.
You like, damn, I wish I could do that. But I gotta go do garments. Or I got a sisters meeting. Or I gotta go do flyers. Or I gotta go to the mall. You're looking at all these people and wishing. And what it's doing is destroying you. You gotta give it up. You just gotta let it out your mind, man. It's crazy when I be hearing people say they gotta fast from social media. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, fast? From Facebook. You be in it that heavy, you gotta fast? Wow. That is crazy. Some lady at the mall said that to me the other day. I was like, oh, you use Facebook? You can look up our business page. She's like, oh no, I'm on a Facebook fast. I said, what? You're on a like, huh? I said, you be on Facebook that much that you have to fast from it? She said, yeah. I said, wow, at least you trying. I was like, don't hit the page, sis. Just write it down.
Right.
I had to write it down because I didn't want to break her fast. Did y'all see that? Go to it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 37 and verse 27. I got 5 minutes.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 and verse
27.
27.
Read.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give.
Well, hold on. So what it's saying is examine yourself. See what's good for your soul. But does it say see what's good for your soul and run to it?
Wow.
See what's bad for your soul and run to it? Excuse me? What does it say?
See what is good for my son. Prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it.
So it says, see what's evil for your soul. So if you know social media is destroying your relationship, if you know overeating is destroying the goals you have for your weight loss challenge, if you know that the alcohol is coming between you and sound thinking, if you know that there's something that's destroying the sanity in you, what does it say to do? Read.
And give not that unto it.
You're not supposed to give yourself to it. The scriptures say, flee the devil. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. You're not supposed to give your soul to the things that are hindering you or that are stopping you from achieving. Once again, examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Know ye not your own selves. Somebody give me that real quick. It's like, but you see that? Read that again.
My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it.
Read.
And give not that unto it.
Read.
Verse 28. For all things are not profitable for all men.
You see that? All things aren't profitable for you. Sitting on the couch eating all day ain't profitable. Social media all day is not profiting you. But guess what can profit a little bit? A little exercise. A little exercise in them scriptures. A little spiritual exercise. A little brotherhood, a little sisterhood. Call your sister up, see how she's doing. Call your brother, see how he's doing. That's profitable. But we don't want to do that. Read.
Neither have every soul pleasure in everything.
Right. Everything is not for everybody. Just because you see that sister over there smashing out a Big Mac, don't mean that that's going to be good for you. She might not have a weight problem or a problem with her eating or the same issues that you have. So now what it's telling you is mind your damn business. That's one. Mind your house. Make sure that your temple is kept right. Make sure the upkeep, the groundskeeping is good. Make sure that the janitors are on, that they show up to work to clean up. The laundry's done. All these different things. Read.
Verse 29. Be not unsatiable.
Be not unsatisfied.
In any dainty thing.
Dainty things. Dainty things. When it's talking about dainty, I'm gonna give you the definition of dainty. Ooh, dainty. Sorry about that. I had it. It's talking about like the dainty things, like the sweets, the cakes. You know what I'm saying? The little Debbie cakes, all the little cheesecakes. It's saying don't be unsatisfied with these things. Right? Dainty. I'm gonna get you the definition real quick. Read on while I get this.
Come.
Yeah, little small delicacies. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta sneak over to Cheesecake Factory 3 times a day to get a little slice of the cheesecake. You gotta have that little shooter. Gotta have your Four Loko. It's a little dainty thing. It's just a Four Loko. Oh, it's just a little piece of this. Oh, it's just a little bit of social media. Those little dainty things, you think that they don't add up? They add up. Because next thing you know, 5 minutes goes to 3 hours, and your son done walked out the house and got hit by a car. Like, damn, where the hell did he go? Yeah, he was on Facebook for 3 hours. Or you supposed to do this, and Facebook, whatever it was, just consumed you. Read on.
Nor be too greedy upon meat.
Don't what?
Be too greedy upon meat.
Read.
Verse 30.
Uh-huh.
For excess of meats bringeth sickness.
Right. It's not just meat. It's food, man. The excess of just overeating. Read.
And sulfurating.
Surfeiting
will turn into color.
Surfeiting will turn into choler.
Color.
Surfeiting is overindulgence in food or drink. So y'all see that? How the overeating turns into choler? Choler is like, when you have like cholera, they call it, that's like diarrhea. It's sickness. That's where you get your stomach sicknesses, your stomach flu. From all that meat eating, all that, you're just always eating. You just always got to be eating something. You're always eating out. You never prepare little small meals, little kosher salads. You always got to be eating heavy food. And you wonder why you're sick. Got stomach poisons. Stomach flus and things like that. That's what the Bible is telling you. Be careful of eating all them meats and eating heavy. Because this is what develops, that cholera. Read on.
Verse 31.
Read.
By surfeiting.
By overindulging in anything, by not having moderation, by not having restraint.
Have many perished.
They did what?
Have many perished.
So no moderation equals what?
Perish.
No fight, no desire equals what?
Perishing.
You see that? By overindulging in anything, it's going to cause you to perish. Going back to that scripture in Wisdom of Solomon, where it says we bring the destruction by the work of our own hands. You see how it goes?
Come.
We bring it to ourselves, man, with what we give ourselves. So, listen, it's 9. I'm going to stop there because I got a lot more.
When we finish the verse?
Oh, finish that, yeah.
But he that taketh heed prolongeth his life.
He does what?
Prolongeth his life.
You got to take heed, man. You got to take heed. You got to step back and just look. Like, man, if I do this, this is going to happen. If I say this, this is going to happen. If I eat this, this is going to happen. If I sit here and watch this show, I'm going to get hooked and I'm going to watch 10 episodes. And then guess what? My day is over. I just wasted a whole day on Netflix. And I know I got other things to do. Social media. Whatever it is that hooks you, whatever it is that hooks into you and pulls you into a realm of just selfishness, you got to run from that. You got to be, first of all, you should abstain from it. That's one. But if you know, like, man, okay, I'm going to go do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you can guide and have moderation with yourself. No one has to be like, man, what you been doing? Oh, I just been watching Netflix for 30 hours in one day. It's only 25 hours in a day. Oh, yeah, con. But if you know that you can govern yourself, and do whatever, man. And not whatever. Don't do whatever. You know what I mean. Get you a little Netflix in. Get you a little cake here and there. Get you a little exercise. Mostly get you a lot of studying. But you got to remember, man, the evil things we give ourselves to is what causes us to perish. Y'all see that? Y'all with me? Y'all got it? So listen, we gonna end it there. I'll finish this another time, like I always do. I'll finish it. I got a lot more because we didn't even hit the drinking part. There's a whole drinking part that we go into.
I was waiting for that part.
You got to drink in moderation. The reason why I did the food first is because we always. I think the other day we went into like a whole drinking topic.
Yeah.
So I want to hit this food part because, especially for the sisters that are doing the little challenge, and sisters ain't really big drinkers like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to show them a little motivation, just to show just be moderate, man. Be mindful of the things that you give yourself to. Instead of sitting there doing social media, get out and walk. Just walk around the block. Go look at the trees. Inhale the dirty Texas air. Not too much of it, just a little bit. Enough to get that heart pumping. But y'all got any questions? On the